Oh my God. Yeah, you know what it is. It's the Gwen and God DJ stuff. Billy B is here. What's popping first off?
It was good. It was good, so.
You smiling a lot, man. You excited to be next to me or something?
I'm always smiling. That's me.
Okay, I just want to make sure, man, because, you know, I just want to make sure we're in a good space and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, first off, I don't know if is this your first time at Power?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad for it to be me as the first person here at Power, right?
Yes, thank you
I'm
for
going to get to
having
a couple things today and the new music and different things like that, right? Mm-hmm. But what I want to start with is, before I even get into you, let's go to present. And when I say present, what is something, this is going to be my first question to you, what is something that you wish you would have done or changed in your career right now?
Nothing, honestly. Like
everything you just was
everything
perfect.
Everything I've done got me to this point right here.
Everything's perfect.
It ain't perfect, but listen.
Okay, well, what's something that
I
was
don't regret
imperfect?
nothing.
What's something that was imperfect that you like? Maybe I should have went that way. I wouldn't have went left, and I went right.
Honestly, so many things that I could honestly say, but I don't regret nothing. Like everything that I did got me to where I'm at right now, and I still got a whole bunch more to do. So
okay.
So I ain't really worried about nothing.
Okay, all right. Well, let's. I wanna knock some things out the way, before I get into you, because I know a lot of times, you know, right now you're super trending because of I don't know if this was potentially. I don't know if this was what they call trolling. I don't know what this was as far as, you know. It seemed like people were saying that you were upset or bothered. I would use that word, bothered, by Lola Brooke having performances and somewhat not including you. Or well, let me not say her having performances. Performances are being done, and you're not included.
I said performances in New York City.
Okay, that's fine. New York City.
She gonna perform all over the world.
Understood.
But it wasn't just typically something that I said, something that a lot of people say to me. And, you know, but yeah, I mean, it's New York City, baby. Like, come on now. Like, no show at all. But that wasn't really it's a whole, you know, it was more to it. But that's the TikTok
that I made. What's the more to it? I'm confused. Because to me, right, we live in the same town, and I'm pretty sure that y'all have each other's phone numbers and things like that, right? So it's nothing but a phone call. Yo, what's up? You know, unless the relationship is not where, you know, and sometimes we might get it confused because, you know, I've done things for people that may not really be my friend. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
I think that's basically what it was.
Okay.
I thought that our relationship was a little deeper than what it was, but it's strictly business, which is legitimate. Like it is what it is.
The main word that you said in that conversation is think. And I think that, and I'm gonna say, I'm using that word think, sometimes conversations is key. You know, and you know, it could be, I don't know who's older or who's the big homie and who's the little homie, but you know, sometimes a person could be like, hey, well, me and you just sit down and have a conversation. We can sit and eat. We can eat at Julan, Seacoast, whatever.
Listen, we all grown, right? Actions speak very loud. Actions speak loud. Same way somebody felt something, another person could have felt the same. Like, it go both ways. Like,
I agree.
It's
but
a lot. It's hard for
person.
It's hard for me to really get into everything without explaining the whole story.
Well, let me say this, right? In my mind, right, there's some things that I wish I would have explained the whole story, but at this point in my career, it's too late for me to explain the story because then I'll sound like a hater or bitter. And sometimes,
I mean, if you explain the story, maybe people might understand.
Well, I think it's too. In my case, I think it's a little too late. I think here is fresh, and when I say fresh, it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, a person could look at you and be like, oh, you know, you mad because things is moving and, you know, you're not getting on the train. You understand what I'm saying? So just me, I'm a person, people always say I'm like the peacemaker. I love everybody getting along together and different things like that. Not saying
I mean, I love everybody getting along together too. I done collab with damn near every up and coming female artist in the city. Like, that's the whole point that I be trying to push. Like, that's the whole point I be trying to push. So for me to get on the track with an up and coming artist, we're not too. Don't Play With is both of our biggest songs.
Understood.
So if we both coming up together, certain things morally we should probably do together. You know, especially when it's in the city. If it's outside the city, all of that we two separate artists. So it's not like, oh, we're the Bopsy twins or we the City Girls. Like, that's not the case. So there's going to be things that get done on each end that's out of everybody's control. But certain things, certain situations, I just feel like sometimes you can make a call. You can make an executive decision on your end.
It start with the two people. And I'm not going to harp on it through this whole time we're talking. It's just that I think that it starts with two people, and the two people are you and her. You understand? We could look at managers, we could look at labels, different things like that. You know. And,
we had very small conversations where
recently.
No, not recently. I mean, I seen her today, but we didn't have no conversation. But
well, why wouldn't that be a conversation? That would be the first thing I would say to a person.
Listen, man, I don't know. But
did you shake hands and hug?
No.
Okay.
But before, because people are always like, oh, why you in court? Why you in court? We've had tech. Well, okay, she texted me one day and she told me something
recently or a while ago.
No, this is before.
Okay.
This is
understood.
This is like like January. She texted me and she told me this is about like the performance, about the song shit. What she told me, it was clear as day. Like, oh yeah, you could go perform the song by yourself. So that means that when you perform, it's not like I ain't bringing you. Like that's what that means.
Well,
to
let me say this, right?
Let
me say this, and I'm not.
So what am I supposed to say?
Well, what would you think would be the reason?
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna give you an example, right? Not saying that this is what it is, right? So I have some friends, right, that I know that I can't bring them places because they drink too much or they do stupid stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So
I've never been.
I'm not saying the drunk part.
Anybody in any situation.
Do you think it's any type? Because I'm trying to mind boggle this.
See how confused you are?
Yes,
that's how confused I am too.
Okay.
That's how confused I am too.
Okay. Well, listen.
And that's how confused a lot of people in the world are.
I'm not gonna harp on this. I'll say this part and close it on my end. I feel that I hope that one of you two guys are going to be like the big homie and reach out to each other and square this away on a positive note. That's all I'm going to say when it comes from me. Right? So now let's just get back to Billy B, right? So now I found out that you're a mother. I didn't know you was a mother.
Yes.
To a boy, baby boy, because I found out because you got a tattoo with this boy on you.
Yeah, shout out to Michelle. She did my tattoo at Bang Bang Tattoos and LES. Yeah, that's my son. His name is Winning, because we winning.
Okay,
winning.
Smooth out. You hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Super smooth out.
I mean, I love
this
being
your first
a mom.
Child?
Yes.
Only
child.
Only child. Where's the baby daddy?
In the corner. In the corner.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, I'm happy. My son changed my life. He made me focus. Like, with my career, I felt like, oh, I'm a rapper because, everything I do is rapper shit. So I'm a rapper. Like, but having my son made me realize, like, all right, you got something here. If you take it serious and you really focus on this, you could change everybody's life. Like, so it just made me make like every moment in my time is like, all right, I got to make sure that I'm doing this and grinding hard. It just made me focus for real. I wasn't focused. I was bullshitting around.
Like doing what?
I was getting high, drinking.
So maybe you was the get high person in the crew. I just told you I'm just playing with y'all.
I actually stopped smoking. I barely drink. I drink like occasionally. So I'm pretty sober now. But my son, he just made me focus up.
Does you having a child hurt your career? Meaning, oh, I got to find a babysitter. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Nah,
no?
Thank God I have a very strong support system. Like my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, my cousins. I got so much people. So, and they support me and they support my career. So anytime it could be like last minute, I'd be like, oh, grandma, I'm about to put him to sleep. Put him in your bed. And she'd be like, all right, bet. And I'll be out the door.
Do you think he understand, like, what you're doing now and stuff like that?
No, he only
TV?
2. He only
2-year-old. You think you sleeping on a 2-year-old? Like
I'm not saying he's not smart. He's very smart, but I just know he won't remember everything right now. So that's why I'm like, right now is the time to like get it, solidify this. So by the time he's 5 and 6, like I could have that nanny on the road with us, and he'd be coming and doing everything with me, so he could see what's going on.
What's plans next for you? Meaning, I think that this song, Don't Play With It, y'all got it like a acronym for like what is it? DP.
WI.
Something, yeah.
DPWI.
DPWI. Right. So what is like now, because I feel like this is kind of like unexpected because the record is several years old, correct? So
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. So now this kind of like unexpected. So it's like, oh snap. Now I got the flashlight, shining on me, so, did this kind of like sneak up from behind where now, I didn't really have a plan. I got to come up with something or.
I mean, yeah, it did. I didn't know. I mean, it took off when we first dropped it. So it was already doing things, but we kind of just kept going. As artists, they just tell y'all, stay consistent. So even though the song was bubbling, we didn't really like look at it like, oh, we got to focus on this song. We just kept going. But the song, like, having this big success, I wasn't prepared for it, honestly, but God was, and I got with a team, and everything just ended up, going well. So I got a lot of things in store right now.
Now, I'm being super honest. The song is Break, right?
Yeah.
Break. I was like, but this Brooklyn record, and maybe it's because I'm from Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I really like it, and I also found out that I think it was, I guess, kind of nostalgic to me because when I got it, I felt like I heard it before. Then I was like, I did hear it before because it was on the block freestyle.
Yeah,
I don't know those.
Blockwork.
I apologize because there's so many of them now, and I'm just like, oh my God, with the microphone, it's called
Blockwork.
Blockwork. Okay, I just want to make sure that they get
shout
that
out
proper
to
because it's like a couple ones. That's the guy, right?
Tay Rock.
Tay Rock. So I did hear it. So I'm like, oh, I heard this record before.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, so now, do you think that you are enclosing yourself? Because I know that us here in New York, Queens, like, I ain't from Brooklyn, I'm from Queens. And
I mean, I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm just repping where I'm from. Like,
got you.
Like, people from Queens probably might feel away. Any other borough might feel away, but I think they all understand. Like, that's some New York shit. Because if somebody come up to you and be like, "Oh, you from New York? You from the Bronx?" You're like, "No, I'm from Brooklyn."
I'm from Brooklyn.
And they be like, "It's New York." You're like, "No, I'm from Brooklyn." Like, even people.
Well, I think only Brooklyn do that. I'll be honest with you, because somebody from the Bronx or something, they be like, "Yo, I'm from New York" or something like that. Then they say I'm from the Bronx, but somebody from Brooklyn, they be like, "Where you from?" "I'm from Brooklyn."
Yeah,
they don't say New York first.
Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn. You understand? So I think that's only New York. Now, this is an age-old question, and maybe you could help me. Why? And anybody who's listening and watching, I never understood this. I never for my life understood this. Why pink houses and Cypress can't get along? I never understood this. Like, it's like, it's like right across the street from each other.
It's a lot of it's politics. We so close.
But what's the politics? I'm confused.
Because we so close, we across the street from each other.
Yeah.
So sometimes people come over there and do some bullshit, and then some people come over here and do some bullshit. It's so close that it's like, guns get to clapping and things get to happening. Like,
but I'm confused. I'm like, yo, why you could never, like, you understand? Listen,
I don't know.
And literally, anybody who's watching this, it's like literally across the street.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I never. So do you ever think that, like, that I'm from Cypress, I gotta rep the Cypress part? Like, I can't hang out with the pink houses guys?
Like, my homegirl Josh, shout out to Josh, she be braiding my hair, and she live in pink houses. Well, she be in pink houses.
Do you go in pink houses?
Yeah, I be going right in there. I go in the building. I go get my hair braided. I do my ones and twos. Like, my homegirl Cash, she from pink house. Like, and for me, it's not that deep. I ain't got no beef with no pink houses people, but I know that, it's some stuff going on. So.
Okay, no, I just never understood that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird to me. And I'll be like, yo, why, Brooklyn can't get along? I got a friend Express, right? My friend Express over there. I don't know what projects he went to, right? He went to some projects. Was it pink houses? You don't remember the pink house? I think it was pink houses, though. I think it was. He met a girl online, right? I'm just telling you, this guy met a girl online, and for some reason, he pulled up to a crib, and it was the project. It was pink houses. And he went in the pink houses, and I said, yo, are you dumb? Like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, that's very dangerous. First of all, don't
Super
meet nobody
dangerous.
offline and go link up with them like that.
Especially in the
and
P's.
Definitely not in P's. And definitely not in East New York. You wildin'. Even the side blocks is crazy.
And he from Jersey. That's
no, you done paid like 3 tolls to go get beat up.
Yeah, right? He turning red now. Look at that. Oh my God!
Nah, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
So, are you signed?
No.
So, are you currently looking to be signed or anything like that? Or are you looking for a deal? You like being independent?
I like having the creative control of being independent, but I think to take everything to a next level, I definitely, that machine is going to definitely take things to the next level. So we, the labels, they calling, John. They calling. We
so they're calling now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
calling.
good.
Yeah, it's very good.
That's
I'm
good.
appreciative.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. It's a big blessing. I've been working for a long time, so it's a big blessing.
All right. So now this is something that it might be, I want to use the word old news, but it was new to me and it might be new to a lot of other people. I didn't know, or let me ask you this question. What now is your relationship with Young M.A.?
I don't have zero ties to Young M.A. I never even met her. I seen her one time at SOBs. I do not know her.
What's this rumor that you
That's a fake story.
Stuck her up?
This is fake news on YouTube. Somebody just made that up.
Listen what I'm telling you. The story I heard, right? This is a story I heard. Now, I don't know if it's true. You say it's not right. I'm just telling you the story. And a lot of people might be hearing this story for the first time.
Yeah.
She came through, right? She came through the Cypress, like my man Express did, but on a different tip, right? You know what I'm saying? Came through Cypress, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was on some other stuff. And you and a couple of your peoples was like, hey, listen, get that up. And y'all took a couple stacks from her.
Nah, that definitely didn't happen, bro.
You sure? Because
this is how rumors and stuff start.
So I'm asking you, okay?
Nah, that definitely
did not happen.
No.
You did not rob Young M.A.
No, I never even met Young M.A. Like.
So did you ever talk about like, where this came from?
Nah, we never spoke.
When she called you, asked you for her money back, what did you say?
I see something you start shit.
I saw online. She was like, yo, I want my bread back. I saw that.
Nah, I never
she was
met
like, yo, I want
Shout
my
out
bread
to Young
back.
M.A. though. She nice.
Okay.
She
so
nice.
That did not happen?
Nah.
Okay, all right. So could we see a possible song with y'all two together?
I mean, if she want to link, she might not want to link after this. Nigga saying I robbed her, like she gonna try to body me on the track.
Because you did. You did. You'll just keep it real.
She definitely not linking now. Nah, it's over.
So you did rob her.
I definitely didn't. Don't edit my shit out either. Don't edit this shit out.
No, we ain't gonna edit nothing. This was July. All right, so I just want to make sure it's for real. So you know who robbed her?
Yo, so. No,
you're not
I don't.
snitching. I forgot, no snitching.
She never came. I don't even know if she ever been to Cypress, but I never seen her in Cypress. I never seen her nowhere in Brooklyn. I never talked to her,
how could a rumor
nothing.
like this like happen out the blue?
YouTube, the internet is a very, very,
why would they pick you and her?
I don't know.
Did you hear that rumor before?
Yes, I seen the video. I seen the YouTube
so why
video.
you didn't never come out and say, yo, I didn't rob her?
I said it plenty of times.
You did? I didn't see that part.
Because you ain't go back and watch all my interviews.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Oh, so people did ask you, did you rob her?
Yeah, people ask me that. I be like, yo, nah, I seen the video.
Like, which one? What did you do?
So I never met Young M.A.
Okay, now I like Young M.A. I'm just playing. It didn't happen. She said it didn't happen. I will text Young M.A. to make sure to clarify it didn't happen, and then I will come back and circle back and say both parties said it didn't happen. But I think that would be a blessing. You guys getting on the song together. Also, I think.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
I do like this camaraderie. I thought if I'm using the word correctly, camaraderie, whatever. I don't have a high school diploma. I got a GED, good enough.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? But I do like that, and I'm liking a lot of like these new girls that's coming up. Like I'm really checking for the Murder B chick. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
I'm not familiar with her like that, but I've seen her like on
I think
the internet.
that that could be something that that you and the reason why I'm just saying that is because I think that the way we win is we all help each other out, and you get some of her fans, she gets some of your fans, different things like that. And I'm not just picking her particularly because I don't know, maybe y'all might have messed with the same guy or something. I don't know the behind the scenes thing, but I think that sometimes people just banding together, even if y'all on different sides, it's still red and blue makes green. We always say that. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm using those not because of gangs and stuff like that. I'm just saying that makes green. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that that would be a great thing for just people band together and stuff like that. Who are some new chicks that you like? You know, I really dig. I'm checking her out.
Well, shout outs to all my homegirls, Connie Diamond, London Hill, Marilyn Monroe Love. Damn, it's so much, girls.
I like Connie. Connie said to me, if somebody mess with you, she gonna pull out the Thule.
Connie, my girl, is big tourist gang.
Yeah, she said she's gonna grat somebody for me, and I said, all right, cool. So I could call her. She gonna grat. That's what she said. Big Bronx. You know
I like Kenzo B. Yo, you crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Kenzo B, Shani Bonnie. It's mad.
Did you ever think about doing like a big we used to call it posse cut, but like a whole bunch of like the girls, they have a big song that's in the South, it's called Shabuya. I don't know if you're right. And it's like a whole bunch of, you know, girls, and I think that something similar to that in New York should be done. You understand? Yeah. I just also know that, you know, more than one girl is a headache. You know, because, you know, girls are just like, I don't think
it's so much a headache. Oh, my God. A lot of us, like, it be the schedules kind of be conflicting with everybody, like, you know. And then some people be having they differences or whatever, but I feel like the right person could put it together. Maybe I might be the right person, but I don't know.
I was thinking about maybe I look like mincemeat. You know what I'm saying? Look like self-cocho or something, just self-soup. No, just like
self-soup.
Yeah, self-soup. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm very much of an advocate of that, and you know, sometimes I think that, you know, when people make it in New York City, they do forget. As a DJ, I always say that, you know, and a lot of times I think that it's very important to reach back out. And I think that is one of the main things that happens in New York City that hinders us, is the elites don't pull up extra people. That's just me, how I feel. You understand? And I'm not saying everyone does. Some people does that off top. I know Jim Jones does that a lot. You know, it may be more, but I will give, you know, I will exclude Jimmy from that part.
Nah,
you know
what I'm saying?
A lot of
people is solid, and you know.
You know, so like that. Anything you want to tell the people, you know, in closing?
Nah, I think we were just talking about Big Brooklyn. That's all I am right now. Big Brooklyn, Big Brooklyn. Yeah, Big Brooklyn. That's everything right now. Follow me on my platforms. TAC Billy B on everything. Yeah,
so Big Brooklyn. That's what we going with.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to shout out? Let's shout out Cypress for you.
Yeah,
you know,
shout out Cypress. Shout out the backside, Fountain Side. Y'all already know what's going on. We back on the map. We ain't never go nowhere, but we be back on the map again. You know, Big Brooklyn shit.
All day.
All day, every day.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
800-585-1051.